People come from all walks of life. They all have lives they lead. Any and all are welcome here to come and chat with me.
Welcome to the show, everyone. My guest today is going to talk about the Compassionate Neighborhood Health Partner Society. Ladies and gentlemen, Connie Stam. Welcome to the show, Connie.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here with you.
Oh, I'm glad. I'm really pleased you're going to do this. This is great. So what is the Compassionate Neighborhood Health Partner Society all about?
Okay, it's a society that is focused on seniors and has 5 different programs and a bit extra besides that. And so it was originated in June of 2017. And its history of why we started it is, my background is nursing.
Mm-hmm.
And I was at a gerontology meeting where we spoke about the strained healthcare system and the mobile society, and that the networks for seniors is shrinking.
Right.
So, in a very small capsule, that's where we started looking at options for providing some further support for seniors.
Okay. I went to a couple of, I don't know what you call them.
Seniors Connect Cafes.
Yes, connection cafes where a group of people came, and all seniors and different ages, different backgrounds. And it was quite interesting. There were a couple of people who did presentations, right? So yes. Those were outdoors. Now I believe they've moved indoors.
Yes, we are doing it every Thursday morning, and we are doing it twice in the Sardis area, and then the remainder Thursdays in the Chilliwack area. And we actually are partnering with Better at Home, who is providing a free luncheon once a month in both areas, in Sardis and in Chilliwack. So, and this Thursday, actually, we're having the seniors advocate coming to speak to us.
Oh, very good. Now, who did you say was providing the meals?
Better at Home. Better
at Home. Oh, okay, interesting. Yeah. So, what other programs? You said there were 5.
Yes. So we also have, for those that are caring for seniors, we have a family caregiver support group.
Oh.
And we are meeting every Thursday afternoon from 1:30 till 3. It's just a platform where you can provide mutual support to one another. So, your successes, your tips, and also your challenges can confidentially be shared and receive support, as you're doing your caregiving responsibilities. And we hope to add once a month, Monday evening, for those caregivers that are working and caregiving. So, that's a new event, yes, that we are adding. So that's the caregiver one. And then we also have an intergenerational part coming. And we are having our first indoors event on September 27th, Monday. So this is where we have youth and seniors doing activities together, and just even chats. We also have virtual chats that they are doing, once a week with each other. And then we have our neighborhood connections program. So, our vision is that every neighbor will feel supported in his or her neighborhood. So, we are encouraging each neighborhood to look, as neighbors, to look at one another. John Knight, who worked with the asset-based community development model, he actually is the founder. He said, we should ask ourselves, am I a neighbor or do I just live there? And so, we're trying to promote those small acts of kindness. There is a worldwide movement called Compassionate Communities. And, it's just doing those little acts that seem like nothing, but make a huge difference for someone who's struggling. So that's another of our programs. And then we have, for those on a serious illness journey, we also have support for them.
I find that there's more and more of that type of thing going on now, right? Like people connecting with the seniors and trying to make life easier for everybody. Because we have here in Chilliwack, we have such an aging population, of course, as you know, right?
That's right. And so some might say, well, why did you stay with the other organizations? Well, we actually did an exploration, and it was the executive directors of Chilliwack Community Services, of the Chilliwack District Senior Resources Society, And from the YMCA, that really encouraged us to start another organization. So, just we're adding a different layer for the support of seniors, and, that vision of also looking at those that are caring for seniors.
Yeah, I like that one. I haven't heard of that before. So I think that it must be stressful for sometimes caring for seniors, depending on their situation, right?
Yes, and of course, these are spouses caring for their, they're caring for their spouses, or they could be caring for friends, neighbors, parents, and relatives, right?
Yes, I could have used that. I took care of my husband until he passed away. So I understand how you don't even realize when you're going through it, how stressful it is for you. Right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It often hits us afterwards, after the
Mhm.
fact. So that's a really, really wonderful thing. So yeah, whose vision was it to start this? Or was it yours?
There was a colleague and I, yes. It was our vision to, and we had some founding board members that saw that vision being very worthwhile. And that's how we started up. Yeah.
Right. And now I believe you have volunteers working.
Yes, we definitely do. We couldn't do it without our volunteers.
And if somebody wanted to volunteer, how would they go about that?
So they would just need to email or call me. So, I can give you my email address, neighborhealth@gmail.com. And neighbor health is spelled the Canadian way. So it's important that they put the OUR in there, not just OR.
Okay, I'll make sure that's included under your name. So that'll be done. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So
and my telephone number can be put there too.
Oh, okay. I'll get that when we're finished this interview. So what, other than like with the Connection Cafe that's coming up, is there anything else coming up currently?
Well, as I mentioned, we also have the intergenerational, which is coming up this Monday.
Right.
And we continue with it's all in person now, and we have virtual support, right? Because we know that not everybody is fully vaccinated, and to come indoors, because we are a vulnerable population, we need to have that vaccine card. So we are also supporting virtually. Okay.
So is there a process of connecting a young person with a senior?
Yes. So we actually ran a project, a pilot project in the winter months from December till the end of March. And we did 4 sessions of orientation or workshops. So we actually talk about communications, enhancing our communications with older adults, then also the challenges that some older adults have, those that are on a dementia journey, or those that have, that are living with blindness or hard of hearing. And we also spoke about knowing the red flags of someone who may be experiencing abuse or neglect, and what to do if you were to notice that. And we spoke about advanced care planning, which is something we all need to do. Mm-hmm. And we also had about just general, of course, the orientation would include what the programs are that we're doing and how to set your boundaries and the importance of confidentiality.
Now, is there an age limit for people being involved in that?
So the youngest is 15 years.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. And as far as the oldest, well, we had someone who was 100, right? Who's still very active. And so, yes, there's no age limit on the senior side, just on the youth.
It's interesting because I did a little video for the oh my goodness, the kindness chain.
Okay.
Chilliwack, and one of the things they have young people involved, and one of the things the originators were saying how important it is to get young people involved, right? So that,
I believe actually their daughter is part of our intergenerational group.
Oh, yes. Oh, well, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. And the benefits of having young people get out there and interact with elderly people, right? And how it benefits both.
Yes, it is. It is mutual. And we had very positive responses. And we were actually featured, I don't know if you remember, on this CBC National, because we had the 16-year-old with the 100-year-old doing their virtual chats at that time. Yeah,
how marvelous is that?
Yes.
Word out. So how many people, like let's just say for the Connection Cafe, how many people would show up? Or is there any set amount?
Yeah, unfortunately, because of our COVID situation, our pandemic situation, we have to cap the number of people in the room in the venues to 50.
Okay,
So that is like we are running tomorrow, we're having the seniors advocate coming and we're actually at 50. So, thankfully I didn't have to turn anybody away, but, we're right at 50, but, that's different, each week. So, there's definitely more room. Monday evening, there's still lots of room. I'm sure the following week when we don't have a special speaker, there probably is more room.
and for that event, people will have to book a seat, right?
Yes. So it especially, well, actually for the 30th, I'm not asking them to book a seat because I don't expect to have 50 people.
Okay,
But for the luncheons, because October 7th is the luncheon in Sardis and October 14th in Chilliwack, definitely have to book a seat.
okay.
You have to pre-register.
Yeah, great. So is there anything new that you think is going to develop or in the works?
Well, our intergenerational in-person is a new development. We had just run the pilot project virtually during the winter months, and now we're taking that step further. And we actually have great vision of taking it even further, but we are looking for a grant. So really it hinges on being able to get some grant money to take it to the next level.
Right. Now, I know you're very involved in this. Do you have time for anything else?
Well, I'm also volunteering with my church organization. I actually spent years overseas. So I was actually 16 years in Bolivia. I was a year and a half in Nigeria. I did my midwifery in England. So I was 20 years outside the country. And because I know my Spanish very well, I actually do, a translation for a Sunday Bible study. So I do that. And I also support a ministry group at our, the Women's Institute in Matsqui.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Very good. So what took you out of the country?
I worked as a missionary nurse.
Ah, very good. You said you went to Bolivia. Is that what you said?
Yeah, I spent the most time in Bolivia. I
Right.
spent 16 plus years in Bolivia in the rural area.
So that must have been difficult in a way, like the culture there compared to here, coming back and forth. Was that difficult for you?
To really be open to it is a definitely different culture, but I came to really love it. I found coming back permanently to Canada, that's when it hits hard. They talk about the reintegration, and that's definitely true, right? The cultural differences between them and Canada is quite different, but that's already been quite a while. I came back in December of 2006.
Oh, okay. All right.
So I still worked 10 years in the healthcare field here before I retired.
All right. Now, other than if it wasn't for COVID, would you still be doing more traveling?
Actually, I came back from Bolivia and Argentina just 2 weeks before the major lockdown in March. So I just made it back from a 6-week vacation there.
Oh, nice. Oh, that's a nice vacation for sure. Well, yeah, I think we're just about out of time. So just remind me, tomorrow, the Connection Cafe is where?
So tomorrow's is actually full, right? We haven't got room anymore, but the following week, the 30th, it is at the Chilliwack Recreation Center. Okay. And very welcome to come.
Okay.
So it's from 10 o'clock at the Chilliwack Recreation Center, which is at the corner of Victoria and College, just across from the Henderson Funeral Home there.
Right. And I will make sure that your email address is included and your phone number. So if anybody wants to get involved, either as a volunteer or somebody just showing up for one of the Connection Cafes, or maybe they have an idea of somebody who could participate with the intergenerational communication.
Wonderful. And yeah, just as a reminder that everyone who comes to the in-person does have to be doubly vaccinated and have their vaccine card, unfortunately, at this point. We hope that changes in January.
Oh, okay. As it is for now. That's good. All right. Well, I guess we're out of time. I appreciate you doing this. And just stay on camera for a second while I say goodbye to the audience.
Okay.
Thank you, everybody, for watching the show. And again, I'm going to include the email address and Connie's phone number. If you want to get involved, they're always looking for volunteers. If you have some time, get out there and help. It's always appreciated. Thank you for watching, and peace out, everybody.
a sense of community. Chilliwack's a place to be, a sense of community when you're free. Rolling through the mountains, rolling through the valley, rolling through paradise with me. It's multicultural, you're sure to see it all. Chilliwack's the place to be, you'll see. Come party in the park, go dancing after dark. Chilliwack's the place to be, you'll see.